Budget blinds and hands. There you go. Hope you caught the end of that song. Welcome back to Budget Blinds, ladies and gentlemen. I am Joey. Behind the camera is Katie, as always. And today we are going to be talking about what to do with those stubborn, big, glass sliding doors. Stubborn? I don't know about that, but I don't know. People are always like, what do you do with those stubborn stains? Do you use Tide or whatever? I don't know. It just sounded good. Anyways, those nice, smooth, gliding glass doors. What do we do with them? But first, a word from our sponsor, Budget Blinds of Blairsville, which happens to be what we're talking about. Next week, we are going to be open just Monday through Wednesday for the Thanksgiving holiday. We are going to be taking Thursday and Friday off. So if you need anything, make sure you contact us Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Back to our regularly scheduled event, which is, once again, what do you do with sliding glass doors? There's a couple of options. There's three main ones that we use most of the time, but there's a few that we don't always do, but we can do. Let's start off with vertical blinds. Everybody knows vertical blinds as those big white verticals that make a lot of noise and they slap back and forth, but we actually have some options for some very pretty, nice, smooth moving verticals. Now, a vertical blind is going to have a lot of stacking to it. On a standard sliding glass door, you're going to have about 15 inches worth of stacking. Just on this small opening here, you can see there's a decent amount of stacking there. That's sorry, lost my words, to get it to move over to the side to get it out of the way. So you can imagine on a really wide width, we're going to have even more stacking into our view. Most of our homes up here, we have views, or we at the very least want to have something that's more of a minimalist look. So verticals don't always give that to us. But in the world of price range, these guys are going to be at the lower end, which is always a consideration. Another option, if we just want to have something that's going to be up and out of the way, we only want it down at night for privacy, or we just want it down whenever we have the big game on, like this weekend, and we want the glare off of the TV, we can do a roller shade. Now, obviously, a roller shade, when it's down, we're not going to be able to access the door because it doesn't move left to right or right to left. So this is going to be an option that when it's down, the door is pretty much not in use, okay? Or we have to bring it all the way up to access the door. So what do we do when we have a sliding glass door, but we want it to work the same way as the door? Well, we can do verticals, or we can do something that has a little more pizzazz. It's almost Friday, so you could say a little more pizzas, because you have pizza on Friday. More dad jokes. I'm Joey. Thanks. You can do what's called an averte, which is this fancy guy right here. Now, an averte is going to be similar to a woven wood. Well, it is a woven wood, but it's going to be similar to a woven wood shade that moves up and down. In that, we can put a liner on it. We can make it decorative. We can, and we have, actually put these over closet doors, different openings in the house that we want to cover up. These have a lot of versatility to them. But on a sliding glass door, this is going to have a similar amount of stacking as a vertical, but it is decorative. It's very nice. It moves very smoothly, and we can have these move either way with our sliding glass door, regardless of which way it opens. We can even, if we have a wide enough opening, do a split where we have one on the right-hand side, one on the left. A really good option for if we have a split opening sliding glass door is over here on the other side. Walk with me, Katie. So over here, we have what's called a verticell. Now, a standard cellular shade is like this one right here. It's going to move up and down. We've got the pleats, all that good stuff. A verticell is going to move back and forth, same way as our sliding glass door. Few things that are really, really cool about this. Regardless of how wide our door is, if we have a sliding glass door that only moves one way rather than opens up at the center, we can have this go just one way, but it's always going to come back to about 7 inches on one side of the door. All right, so you can see that illustrated here. We don't have a very big opening. but it comes back to 7 inches. That is because the carrier up at the top, which you can't really see right now, is about 6.5 inches. So regardless of how big our door opening is, that stack is going to come back to just 7 inches. So on a really wide door, remember over there, the vertical and the Averte, both of those were at least going to be 15. On a really big door, it's going to be even more inches of stacking. Whereas here, we're looking at a minimal amount, which really opens up our view. All right, so if we do have a meet in the middle, there is a magnetic hold that keeps these closed. This also is going to give us the insulation value that cellular shades offer us. So that's another plus to this particular treatment. Again, with any cellular shade, the back sides of these are going to be white, but we can do any color that we like on the front. We can also do these in room darkening. The Averte, which was that woven wood, we can put a room darkening liner on those. So either of those options are going to give us some really good room darkening. Of course, we can do that with a roller shade as well. But when it comes to versatility, either the Averte or the Verticel here are going to give us those options to be able to get a good enclosure, get a darker environment, and have a very little amount of stack. Now, we talked about draperies a couple weeks ago now. Those can be operational, but we have a really big stack with those. Those are going to be typically on the higher end of our price point range, and there's a lot of considerations that come along with drapery. So if you missed that live, make sure you go back and check that out. We covered a lot of information on that that we're not going to cover on this one. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's coming up just a few days away. Let us know what your plans are in the comments below. Make sure you guys are safe and eat a whole lot, because other than like being thankful, eating is kind of like what you do during Thanksgiving. Right, Katie? Yeah, she's shaking her head, yes. So.
Hi.
Yeah, absolutely. So next week, once again, our hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. we will be closed in honor of Thanksgiving, so all of our families can spend time with their families on Thursday and Friday and through the weekend. Otherwise, we will see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.